Yo, what's going on? All my homies, homettes, dudes, and dudettes. It's your boy Will back again, and I'm about to run through a list of fragrances that I really like that have a strong note or a note of bergamot. Bergamot is like one of my favorite notes. I like the freshness. Sometimes it's tart, sometimes it's sour. It's a good one. So let's check them out. All right, so I'm doing this here. I'm gonna number them, but again, it's not saying that one is better than 10 or vice versa. So some of these are going to be surprising because some of these fragrances, man, you don't think about bergamot being in them, but they are in them. So starting off, the first one is this one right here, classic Azzaro Chrome. And this one is a fresh, oceanic, kind of watery kind of vibe. It's an easy grab and go fragrance. It's a classic. If you have a fragrance, if you only have a few fragrances and you only have, if you only want a few fragrances that you just grab and go, this is definitely one of the ones that you probably should have. It's synthetic, yes, but it is a fragrance that's always going to work. And that bergamot in it, it's really dialed back. It's more of the freshness from the ocean kind of vibe that you get from it. Kind of blue. It's a great fragrance. So if you're interested in it, try it out. That is Chrome by Azzaro. That's number 10. I guess if I'm numbering them, then the next one is number 9. It's right here. This one is a great fragrance here also. This is actually a niche fragrance. This one is by Ete Libre de Orange, and this one is You or Someone Like You. And this one, oh my goodness, this has a different kind of vibe. All of these bergamot fragrances have different vibes to them. So you can have all of these and not have the same fragrance at any day, at any time. This one is more fresh, but it's a sharp kind of freshness to it. It almost comes off like maybe like a fabric sheet or something like that, or maybe like some sharpness, like a sharp fruit, like a sharp freshness. It's really great. It's a good fragrance. I mean, if you're looking for something that's different that has bergamot in it, or if you're just looking for a different kind of fragrance that's a fresh fragrance that you can wear in the summertime that has a little bit different personality, You or Someone Like You. This is a great fragrance. I like that. That's number 9. Then number 8, let's go with a fragrance that you wouldn't think about bergamot when you see this fragrance. So this one is Billie Eilish, number 2. This one is it's really close to Ete Fume by Tom Ford. I think that's the name of it. But this one it's bergamot in it, but it's a very, very spicy. Like it has black pepper in the top. No, I think it's black pepper in the middle, but bergamot's in the top. So that black pepper comes through a lot harder because it's a darker fragrance. So it's going to smell a little bit stronger than the bergamot, but the bergamot in it tones it down, so it makes it more pliable, more wearable, more fun to smell. Because if it was just that pepper, it would just probably choke you out. And that freshness with the pepper is, oh man, this is a great fragrance. That is Billie Eilish, number 2. And then what was that? That was 10, 9, 8. Okay. And then let's go with number 7. We'll go back to a fresh fragrance. This one is a fresh fragrance. This was actually kind of hard to come by, and the price went up really high for a little while, but it's dropped down now. This is Artisan Pure. And this is a straight fresh fragrance that's just like it smells like just freshness. It just smells clean, like you're fresh out of the shower. And it has a little bit of sharpness on it, maybe from I think it may be some lavender or something like that in it, but it is so nice. How much I got left? I'm gonna make sure I don't run out of this one. I don't want to run out of this one. This is a great one. So that is number, whatever the number is, I'll have it up there. But that is Artisan Pure. The next one up. Now let's go with a fragrance that's a little bit dark, not exactly super dark. So we'll go with this one. This is Suits. And this one obviously is a clone of Tuxedo by YSL. And it's a really good clone. I'm not sure if it's the best clone of Tuxedo. I think that may be owed to the Tux, but this is a really good one also. It has that creaminess to it, almost like a vanilla creaminess, and the bergamot is in there because it makes it fresher. That's what makes it so wearable in the beginning, because the mid it does get a little bit heavy. I mean, if it's like 90, 100 degrees outside, then it would be a little bit heavy. But if it's, spring or fall, you're great with this. This is a good one for that time of the year. So, Suits, another bergamot fragrance that I really like. The next one up is, let's go for a classic, one of my favorites. This is a really good one because this one got a lot of personality that's a little bit different than most of your fragrances that you're going to smell on a day-to-day basis. But this one is Costumes National's Own. Just the original Own. Man, this one is so nice. It has the bergamot in it. I think it's ginger also, because it comes off a little bit fresh. And it has a little bit of green vibe to it. Man, and then it has a little bit of spiciness in the background. I think it may be a little bit of cedarwood or something like that on the base of it. It's a really good fragrance. I really like this one. This is one of my favorites. Probably my favorite from the house. That is Costumes National's Own. And then we're down to the last four. Let's go with a darker fragrance. Something that you wouldn't expect to be on a bergamot list, but this one is one of my favorite fragrances from a bergamot that has a bergamot note in it, and that is Spice Bomb. Spice Bomb is, you don't think about bergamot when you think about Spice Bomb. You think about think spices or pepper or cinnamon or nutmeg or something like that, but there is bergamot in the top of it to kind of dial down, to tame that the spiciness on the top, because if you didn't have that in it, it probably would be a little bit scratchy on your throat. But this one, man, that freshness from the bergamot does brighten this up a lot, and it's one of my favorite bergamot fragrances. That's number 4. Spice Bomb, the original Spice Bomb, not Spice Bomb Extreme. Not sure if Spice Bomb Extreme has bergamot in it, but they do smell alike. But Spice Bomb Extreme is a little bit heavier, so I'm not sure if they have bergamot in it. Bergamot. Next one up, and this one is might not be too easy for most people to get. I think it's discontinued, but this one is One Luminous Night. And this one, oh my goodness, it's the one, but it has this extra something to it that brightens it up. Obviously the bergamot, but it has something else to it that makes it different, almost makes it a little bit fresher than the one, because the one is, it's just a date scent. It's a nice and cozy kind of scent. This one actually projects a little bit more than the one, and it has a little bit different in the freshness. So if you can't get your hand on it, I think you should. This is the One Luminous Night by Dolce&Gabbana. I said Dior, Dolce&Gabbana. And then there were two. And this is another one that you would not expect to be on a Bergamot list. This fragrance, it came out and it shocked me. This is Vintage Radio. And when you think about this fragrance, obviously you don't think about the bergamot first. You think about the plum, because that's the main note that you get in this. It's a woodsy plum kind of vibe to it. But on that first spray, when you first put it on your skin, the bergamot is something that you smell first with the plum. It's that freshness with that plum, because plum is kind of juicy. That bergamot is something that gives it more of like a citrus kind of feel to it. And then it obviously goes into the plum, and then it goes into the woods and all the other stuff. So yeah, this one, it's a great fragrance. You may not think about this one when you think about bergamot fragrances, but it is a bergamot fragrance. It does have bergamot in it. So that is Vintage Radio. And the last one. This one is, it's a clone. It's a clone. Like the last one was a clone too. But this one is Jean-Lo Immortal. Let's see if that name will come in. And this is one of the first ones where it's Immortal spelled with an A instead of with an E. I think they changed the name for some reason. I think it may have been some law reasons or something. But it is a clone of the Louis Vuitton, and it's a clone of the Misite. I think that's the one it is. It's a clone of. This is a different top on here because my top got messed up. It comes with a black top, so I had to switch it out. But oh my goodness, this one is such a it's fresh, but it's creamy. It's almost like kind of juicy. It gives off almost gourmandish too, because it kind of feels like something that you can eat, or kind of makes your mouth a little juicy a little bit, man. But this one is also creamy, and the creaminess of it just, man, you gotta get your nose on this one. I'm not sure what the other one smells like, the repackaged one, the one that ends with EL instead of AL. I'm not sure if that one smells the same or what it smells like, but if you can get your hands on the original, that's a great fragrance. But this is a clone of La Misite by Louis Vuitton. Great fragrance. It's bergamot in it. It has a whole lot of other citrus notes in it too. I think it's lemon and orange or something like that, but it's a great one. This is a great fragrance. So yeah, that's number one that I have for you today. And that's it. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for hanging out with me. I know you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me talking about 10 bergamot note fragrances. One of the fragrance notes that I like the most. Anyway, it's your boy Will. I'll catch you on the next one. Deuces.